Nigga. But yeah, man. Hey, you know what I mean, John. Anybody else in here, man? If you know a podcast, broadcasting. You know what I mean, where I can actually broadcast off a podcast. If you know a link or something, man, send that to me. If know me, can you send it? If you know me, can you send me a link to one of these podcasts, man? Podcast links so I can the podcast up, you know what I'm saying? I've been searching, but I got this Apple shit, man, so it's kind of fucked up, man, on how you find shit on fucking Apple. But if you know a link, send that link to me, man. If you know me, text that shit to me, son. Or email that shit. If you don't know me, send me the link on Facebook or something, please. Help a brother out, man. I would appreciate that shit, you feel me? Let's see, what else, man? But yeah, that football shit's real. You know, Ezekiel Elliott, nigga, I hope you learned your lesson. I hear the game popping off, so I don't know. I DVR'd it, so I may go back and watch that shit. Hey, man, this nigga John, man. He must be drunk, nigga. But, yeah, you know what I mean? Ezekiel Elliott, man, I hope you learned your lesson, my nigga. I'm pretty sure you probably haven't. But, I hope you get that shit right. You know what I mean? I wanna before I get up out of here, man. You know what I mean? Since we've been kind of talking about the NFL, I wanna play a clip. I wanna play a clip from this NFL show that had I think it's NFL Live, not NFL Live. It's one of these NFL shows that had Brandon Marshall on there. And Brandon Marshall, it was Brandon Marshall, the black dude, James Brown. Yeah, that's his name, James Brown. Not the singer, but you know what I mean, the sports commentary. They were on a show. They had Brandon Marshall on a show, and I want to see if I can try to find it because I wanted to play it because I wanted you all to kind of just hear the answers that were given. Not the answers, but just the commentary that was said with Boomer Esiason, who is a former quarterback, and Phil Simms. So I want to see if I can find that shit because that shit kind of shows you. That shit kind of shows you. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Damn, sound like somebody done scored, man. I'm watching it. Got this. Here we go. Now this is a pretty long clip. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to do is, man, when you watch this shit, man, just make sure when you watch it, make sure you pay attention to Boomer Esiason. You know what I mean? He was a quarterback that played. I believe he played in the late '80s, early '90s, and it has Brandon Marshall, wide receiver for the New York Jets. It's got James Brown on there, who was a commentator. And Phil Simms, who is another former quarterback. But just watch this shit, man. Just look at what Boomer Esiason is saying, man. And you got 2 black people and 2 white people on the show, and the whole topic is about race. Now, just peep this shit out, man.
Well, as kickoff weekend quickly approaches, there is one topic that's been dominating the headlines, and of course, it has been transcending the football field. That is the stance taken by San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. not to stand for our national anthem. And we're going to try to just make this an organic conversation. And let me be clear, we're all friends. We've worked together a long time. We like each other. We have different opinions on a number of things. And this is a hot button topic that cannot be held in diverse groups. Hasn't been held enough around the country with diverse groups. Correct. The optics, black and white folk talking together about it, no matter what your opinion is, so that we can advance things with respect to that. We don't need to have these conversations, and I was using the polite word, homogenous groups. All black folk talking, all white folk talking, all liberals talking, all conservatives. We need to hear each other. And what needs to be the operating one, and it's really me, because I know I feel passionate about the subject as well too, that love ought to undergird the conversation. I kept using the example of Martin Luther King leading the civil rights movement. He told the followers they cannot react. They need to show love. And when people of good conscience saw how inhumanely people were being treated, that's when people of all colors and stripes got together.
These are very, very tough topics and very difficult situations to discuss because there are different reasons why different people get offended. People may get offended by me because they don't understand how I see the world. And I will explain that here. What I want for everybody is I want happiness, I want love, I want you to be able to take your family on vacations. I want you to be able to have of what living in the United States is all about.
Now, I'm going to say this right quick, man. Cut this shit right quick. White people, anybody white, if you white right now, if you a white person, you a Caucasian, if you consider yourself a Caucasian person from the mountains of the Caucasus, if you a white person and you listening to this right now, stop trying to sell black people the American dream. Stop, nigga. Stop trying to sell black people the American dream. That's the thing. We have to try to assimilate to get that acceptance to live the American dream. I'm gonna say it again. We have to assimilate to feel the acceptance of wanting to be a part of the American dream. Okay, stop that shit, please. I mean, it's crucial, man. Just stop that shit. Stop trying to sell niggas a dream, man. Just stop it, yo.
And that is making something for yourself and becoming great at it, which I'd like to think all four of us have been afforded that opportunity because of the way that we live our lives. I believe when I see the American flag, I live with great pride when I see that. You know, my father was a World War II veteran. My godfather was on the USS Nevada. You know, it was bombed by the Japanese. And both of them made it out of World War II. So I grew up in a family that was very patriotic, that understood what that flag stood for. It may be different for other people. So when I see somebody like Colin Kaepernick in an NFL...
Man, just watch how. Just watch this shit, man. Just watch this shit.
...uniform on an NFL field, not respect that flag. I'm not saying that he doesn't respect the military, but just not stand for that flag. That really bothers me. And I really feel like he's insulted the flag. And the initial rhetoric...
That's another thing. Do research, people. Do your research, because that motherfucking flag didn't always have stars and stripes and shit all on it, all right? The American flag, first of all, the American flag was used for war. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know how the fuck these people be trying to incorporate the American flag with football, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, on a deeper level, I understand why the American flag and the whole military narrative is pushed upon in the NFL game, because, you know what I'm saying, I understand that. This shit's like on some gladiator shit, some Titans shit, when they have these stadiums full of football players that basically come from slavery and are basically considered to be super nigga slaves that are playing football. All right, I understand all that shit, but let's not get it twisted, man. The military, when it comes to having to do with the football game, is that a lot of these football positions used to be old military positions. All right? That's what the fuck it is. I was thinking about that shit for a long time. What the fuck does the military have to do with the NFL? excuse me, especially with this Colin Kaepernick shit. What does it have to do with the military? Why are they bringing the military into him shitting on the flag? Well, that's because the military used to use these positions on the football field as positions of war. Understand? Got it.
That was coming from Colin and wearing the pig socks on the practice field really bothered me.
That came out after.
That came out after, but I already knew a lot of that stuff. So the thing about it is that, I don't like rogue cops any more than anybody else does. I hate corrupt politicians. I hate anybody who goes and does the wrong thing. They should be held accountable, put in jail, sued, whatever you want to call it.
So I started to cut you off, but what I find really interesting, and to me, I feel like I'm more.
That's because he cut him off, man. He cut him off. But see, also, man, I want you to pay attention, man, to how they speak, because they talk about how they don't want these things to happen to people. Well, the reason why you saying that is because it ain't never happened to your ass.
One of the most credible people to speak on this topic, because I grew up in Pittsburgh, and that was the poorest county in Pennsylvania. And I also moved to Orlando, Florida, where I was the only black guy in our neighborhood, black family in our neighborhood. So I seen both ends of the spectrum. So I see it both ways, and I'm able to understand and validate both sides. But what I don't understand is, before Colin Kaepernick knelt or sat before the flag, there was only one other white athlete that stood up and said, you know what, this is wrong. This is a human rights issue. This is a civil rights issue. But soon as the flag got involved, which is the distraction, it's not the message, everyone ran to this conversation and gave their thoughts.
Flag means a lot to a lot of people and a lot of families.
But you talk about this, you talk about the flag, and when I see the flag, I see the same thing. Like for you, you just explained what it means to you, and you're really proud of it, and I think you should be proud of it. But the flag to me represents a bunch of fights. The flag to me represents what America has overcome. When Colin Kaepernick comes out and say these are the two things of the flag that I disagree with, and we need to get right, I think it was the perfect timing and the perfect place to get the conversation started, to push it forward. Because if it saves one life.
You see how Boomer Iverson's doing all that moving and shit, and then as soon as Marshall cut him off, and Boomer was like, this nigga just cut me off, son? Fuck this nigga, man. Give me my coffee, bitch. This shit crazy.
It's worth it.
Well, that's right, because you can't put a price on anybody's life. Here's what I'll say about this, and nobody knows this better than I do, because I've taken the platform of being an NFL quarterback and being somebody that's on television and raised millions of dollars, over $100 million in fact, in the fight against cystic fibrosis, the disease my son has. I know you have been an advocate for mental health. You've taken that platform, but we haven't done it on the field. We've done it off the field, and that's what.
And you see, man, he's trying to bring in something that really ain't got shit to do with shit. Yeah. Brandon Marshall has done a lot of work for mental disorder, which is good. Boomer Iverson is doing something for the for cystic fibrosis. How you say that shit, man? But just keep watching this shit. Great, man.
I lauded Carmelo Anthony when he went down to Baltimore. Why? Because he went down there, he calmed the situation. He let the people in Baltimore know, where he grew up, by the way, that people are listening. We hear you. And just his presence, his credibility, his name led voices to what they are arguing about or want justice in their eyes. When I saw Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James standing on that stage at the ESPYs, there was four guys with all the credibility in the world to speak of what they were speaking of.
Off the court.
Yeah, but still.
Just like what he said, off the motherfucking court. Them niggas didn't do that shit when they was on the court.
The court, but standing in front because they built the brand. Everybody knows who they are. They have the credibility to do that. Just like Colin Kaepernick, as a former Super Bowl quarterback, if he wants to get involved in a particular social issue like this, he can do that away from.
But I said it earlier. Boom. I said we are institutionalized as players, and I'll say this to you: you are institutionalized, and the reason why is because the NFL has told us, okay, this is our culture. Players be players. You're retired now now, you still have that same sentiment that players need to just football field. This is sacred territory. It's a football field. It's a jersey. The NFL, they're monetizing us. We're walking billboards for them. Well, the NFL has